You want the best crypto advice ever? Your mom. Exactly. You heard me. Your mom. Why? Because your mother, when you were growing up, probably told you two things. Don't gamble and don't play video games. And I'm here to tell you right now. She also is probably calling you right now. She's saying, look, whoever the hell you are. That's what my mother calls me too. She's probably saying, you need to be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're nice, safe coins you can take home. You're gonna bring them to Thanksgiving dinner, and they're gonna give you great gains and keep you very happy for a long time. Sure, they're not going to be the most fun coins in the bedroom. They're not gonna do everything that all those altcoins you see on the market are gonna do, but they're gonna be nice and consistent, and they're gonna bring home the bacon until Elon Musk tweets a negative thing about them. Then they're going like this. They're gonna leave you for, I don't know, Justin's son or something like that. Anyways, look, jokes aside, I actually don't hold any Bitcoin. I hold some Ethereum, and I'll hold Bitcoin in the future. The entire strategy of my investing portfolio is to buy more Bitcoin when it goes down. That is the entire strategy. Make lots of money, exit at a good time, buy more Bitcoin. I truly think one of the best investment opportunities in this market, and I think going forward in the future, and this is going to be the craziest claim I ever make, and I am not a crypto expert. I am not giving you financial advice. In fact, I'm pretty new to crypto. I've only been buying since last March. And despite me getting into this, I still consider myself a noob. So first off, I'm not your crypto guru. I'm just your enthusiastic buddy who screams at you on the internet that happens to be really into cryptocurrency right now. But with that, let me make a crazy claim. I think gaming cryptos, particularly gambling-related gaming cryptos and NFT-related gaming cryptos, and really anything related to gaming, if it fits in a way I'm going to explain in this video, is one of the biggest opportunities in this market, but also I can almost foresee these things not crashing that hard. Whoa. Okay, this is the guy that made the Elon Musk is selling Bitcoin video that everybody hated me for last Sunday. But let me explain why, and then I'll show you a few projects that I think are really cool and kind of how I look at these things. So, look, if we look at Bitcoin, you're going to hate me for saying this. There are alternatives to Bitcoin, and the world can move forward just fine without Bitcoin. Look, I think Bitcoin is going to 1.5 million. I think it has great opportunities, blah, blah, blah. You religious fanatics about Bitcoin, don't put your pitchforks away. That being said, look, Bitcoin explodes tomorrow. We can still use gold. We can still use our banking systems. They've worked for a long time. They will still continue to work. Are they the most optimal? No, of course not. But we'll be fine. If Ethereum explodes tomorrow, if ADA explodes tomorrow, if any of the decentralized finance just explodes tomorrow, we still have plenty of alternatives. And frankly, the thing that's going to stop DeFi from being adopted instantly like this, it is the future, but it's not going to be overnight like this, is because there's alternatives that work. I can go and buy something with my credit card. I can store money in my bank account. I can use the transaction processes currently in place to buy a car or a house. Or you've used a credit card before. I don't need to repeat this. You've probably used PayPal. Does this mean they're optimal? No. When it comes to gaming, particularly gaming NFTs or the transfer of money for digital assets in games or augmented reality assets, or even NFTs in general, there is no alternative. For example, if I load up a game of Mario Kart right now and I want to bet with 8 people in the room who's going to win the race, I can't do that. There's no way to do that. If I want to watch a Twitch stream and gamble with all the people on the Twitch stream without any middlemen in a completely automated way, I can't do that. If I want to hold an item, for example, if you've seen EVE Online where ships go for, I'm not sure the exact price, is just going to throw them out there, like $5,000 to $10,000. I've seen rumors of something like that. There was a battle where I think like $1 million to $6 million worth of ships were lost like this. If I want to go and buy digital assets in a VR game or even an actual game and I want to actually own them, there's no way to do that. If I want to transfer the assets between people and verify ownership of those assets, there's no way to do that. There's no alternative that works that is not actually coded into the game, is transferable in an actual verifiable value-based way. There just isn't. We can use credit cards and pass it back and forth, but it's a mess and it just doesn't work very well. And then again, it's all in the gaming and again, it's all in EA Games environment. So knowing these problems right here, one of the things I invest the most heavily in crypto, I've even really played with the idea of just moving all my Ethereum and all my other like safe investments into just gaming cryptos, is this. Because there's no alternative and it's needed now and people are hungry for it now and people are going to start using it right now. And this isn't my opinion as a crypto trader or a crypto expert. This is my opinion as an entrepreneur. Because one of the reasons why I've done well in crypto, I believe, is two things. I've been a copywriter and a salesperson for a long time. It allows me to predict people and what they're going to do very efficiently. And two, I'm an entrepreneur. One of the things I look for in businesses, or when I'm building a business, is going to be a completely blue ocean market. That means there's no alternative, there's no solution. This is it. This is where it's at. For example, when Uber just came out, that was just a blue ocean. There was nothing there. That was the best possible thing. You had taxis and then you had Uber. It's the same thing that the gaming space is in right now. So I want to show you a few projects that I'm super excited about. And most of these projects, like I've stated on this channel, I don't like talking about low micro cap coins. So what I would suggest, because if we talk about them exclusively on this channel, if I made a video like this is the next 1000x altcoin, you've seen those videos, they're going to pump, and then the pump is going to be artificial, and then everyone's going to lose money because the pump is not based on any fundamentals other than the pump of the channel. So I'm mostly going to be talking about really large caps here. If I do mention anything as a smaller cap, I really suggest you don't buy it, and at least wait like 2 weeks after this video comes out to buy it. And wait for anything that if it's going up right now, I'll mention a few things I've made money on. If it's going up right now, don't buy it. Wait for it to dip back down and then buy it. Okay, so don't buy based on this video. Let me just show you projects so you kind of see what's going on here. Also, follow me at ZSS Becker on Twitter. I'm constantly talking about the new gaming and NFT projects I'm really into, NFTs that are coming up that I think you can get at a super low value and then flip. It's a cool place to be. You can also find me pissing everybody off because I say Bitcoin will eventually crash someday. It makes people very angry, and you can amuse yourself by reading the comments there too. So follow me on Twitter at ZSS Becker, and let's get into it. So the first project that I really love in this space is Enjin, and this is like kind of the Bitcoin of gaming cryptos. What this does, and I'm not going to explain all the fine technical details of it, frankly, because I'm an idiot, and you should never listen to me anyways. Why are you even watching this channel? But what Enjin allows businesses, video game developers, people to easily do is create NFTs with inside video games in particular, okay? So what we can easily do with Enjin is we can monetize our virtual worlds. I'm just reading the page right here, but we can easily go and create NFTs in virtual worlds to verify ownership of objects. For example, skins, weapons. It goes on and on and on. And the reason why I am so confident in these type of projects is even in a bear market, you have to understand. So say right now we enter a bear market with ADA, and one thing I want to stress real quick, the only thing that breaks all these projects is Ethereum and its gas fees right now. And so that's another reason, before I talk about ADA right here, why I'm really bullish on ADA, because none of these projects work until there's a good, cheap transaction system. Maybe ETH can get this down, but even if the transactions are $5, $10, no gamers are going to be spending $5 to $10 to spend $5 in their game. Which means all these projects could easily switch to ADA with their ERC20 converter. So people could easily just go, oh, okay, well, this network's completely busted. Let's use this network and build our games on top of that, and they can just transfer it over. So this is one of the reasons why I'm actually really also bullish on ADA, because if they come up with this, ADA's gonna go up with these projects, and these projects will go up. So we love ADA. ADA's gonna go back to the valuation it should be at. It's not worth $50–40 billion right now. Same thing with ETH, same thing with Bitcoin. It's just they're super duper overvalued in my opinion. And that's not me hating on this. That's not me hating on crypto. A lot of people, when I say negative things about crypto, think it means I'm really bearish and negative about the crypto market. I probably own way more and have a higher amount of my net worth in crypto than you do. I'm super bullish on this, but you have to be able to think two things at the same time and see the negatives. So these will go back in hibernation because, frankly, the world is not ready to start using Ethereum or ADA or even Bitcoin to some extent as the technology that everything's based on. Now, when we look at this in the gaming world, one, it's very forward thinking, but two, there's really no alternatives to these things. There's no way to really like own a skin or a weapon and have it actually in your ownership, your NFT validated non-fungible ownership. There's no way to gamble on games efficiently right now. And gaming is by far the most played sport in the entire world, and it's just getting started. Like, it's still in its infancy. And so are people going to stop gaming in a bear market? No. And are they going to stop wanting to actually have verified ownership of the objects in a gaming market? No. Are they going to want to stop gambling on gaming? No. Are they going to want to keep moving in these directions where they can have virtual assets, digital assets, and interact with people in a transactional way or a financial transactional way online and via the sports, the games, whatever we're doing? Yeah, for example, you could go in like World of Warcraft and you could have found this rare item and you could want to transfer ownership of that item. And how are you going to pay for that other than World of Warcraft gold? Well, you could create cryptocurrency in the game that also has value based in dollars and then pay based on that value and then have the NFT transferred to your ownership from the other player. And then bam, you actually own that, verified, it's yours. The same thing could be said with buying actual real estate in games and whatnot. I think we're just going to see a huge shift in gaming where virtual assets in worlds are going to have extreme value. Especially as the games that we start to play become kind of more eternal. For example, World of Warcraft has been around for a long time. Okay, we're about to start seeing a lot of games that I think are just going to be played for 100 years. Anyways, none of this is going to go down in a bear market. So do I think gaming cryptos are going to go down with the rest market? 100%. But I see them still gradually just going up because the use case is extremely strong and needed right now. Okay, we're not going to be paying for our Ubers with ADA or Ethereum or using it for that anytime soon. And that's because our current systems already do the job. There's nothing doing the job in these right now. Okay, so Enjin, for example, is probably one of the largest gaming cryptos right now. It allows you to go and create all the NFTs and do all the things I just talked about with a super simple system. Okay, and I think this is just going to be used. It's already being used by tons of businesses right now. And it's basically what everything is going to be built on top of. It's kind of like the Heroku of NFTs for games. And so I absolutely love this project. Another project I'm super duper into is Chain Games. And this is a slightly lower market cap. It's already pretty high now because it pumped a lot recently. So I don't think we can cause a major pump with this. So I'm comfortable talking about it. So Chain Games right here, you got to think about, say you play a round of Fortnite, or you're watching a round of Fortnite and you want to bet on the game. Well, the only option we'd have right now to bet on these games would be, I don't know, a gambling site with a middleman in between. Well, what if we just simply had a system that plugged into the API of the games, where let's say we're playing around a Fortnite and the system via code just tracks the people that are being killed, who's left in the game and what happens. And then based on the results of the game via the smart contracts, whether this is built on Ethereum, ADA, whatever, then instantly processes what happened in the game based on the smart contract. And then there's going to be code in that saying, if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. So let's say if X player is still alive at the end of the game, this person wins the bet. And then bam, the value in cryptocurrency is sent to the winner of the bet, whether it's the player of the game, whether it's people gambling on it in Twitch. Have you seen how huge gambling is in general on other sports? Okay, like basketball, college football, it's insane. And those are just one-off sports. And frankly, gaming is the most played sport in the entire world. Okay, and people can actively participate on it. And so Chain Games, for example, already plugs in. They started working with Fortnite. They started working with Madden. It's just taking over all of this, and it's the only option currently in the space. I think there's maybe some other gaming cryptos. But if this takes off, which there's no reason for it not to, it could be the backbone of gambling and transactional bets and all sorts of other things coming up and all of esports and Twitch and any game you're playing, because you can easily go and set up smart contracts that reduce the chance of fraud and the need for a trustworthy middleman to absolutely 0%. That's insane. And so at its current market cap right now of like $200 million, I think that's where we're at right now. There's no reason this couldn't be like a $20 billion coin, in my opinion. I just don't see why not. If it's fueled and it's actually being used by Fortnite, CSGO, Madden, everything, you already see what juggernauts these things already are. Imagine if you had all of these games, these billion-dollar games, League of Legends, Fortnite, etc., all using Chain Games as their backbone for all these transactions. That's insane. That's insane. So the next one I want to show you guys is Chain Guardians, and I'm actually comfortable talking about this one because I don't own any of it. I just want to show you an example of it. If you guys pump this, fine, do it. I would totally buy into this before I make this video, but that would be unethical as hell, so I'm not going to do it. I literally don't own any Chain Guardians. You guys can go check my wallet. There you go. Okay. So if I'm ever going to mention market caps, low market cap coins, I'm going to tell you if I own them or not. I don't own Chain Guardians particularly because I think there's another one coming up that I'm really excited about, and I'd rather put my money in that one. That being said, this is a perfect example of another thing that's happening in the gaming world. All right. So you can see Chain Guardians right here. You can actually make money playing Chain Guardians because the collectibles, can be traded and used for fighting. So it's basically almost kind of like and I'm going to explain this very badly, but a PvP trading card game where we can fight against each other. And so obviously certain cards, certain characters are going to have more values than others. And so first off, imagine if you could actually make money trading Pokemon cards. You could go and play the game, catch really rare characters, and then literally trade them to other trainers for money using the blockchain. I don't see how that's never going to happen. I don't see how that's not going to be huge here in the next few years. I just don't. Can you imagine if you're playing Pokemon Go and then as soon as you caught something really rare, you could actually be a professional Pokemon Go Pokemon catcher. And the second you caught something rare, you could trade it for money and you could just spend your entire day finding rare Pokemon, and then people that are really good at finding rare Pokemon could use this to make a living. And I'm pretty sure there's other things going on in this game. I'm not a Chain Guardians expert, but it's one of the first ones that pulled it off very well. And you could actually play this game, and I'm pretty sure when you own the NFTs in the game, you can actually start generating tokens for the game. You can start generating the chain token itself, and that can be used in game for a lot of different assets. So for example, the more you play the game, you get paid in NFTs, and that'll allow you to, or you get paid in crypto, and that will allow you to then buy rare cards or enter, I don't know, pack drops or stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure that's how Chain Guardians works, but again, same exact concept. Another really good project in this space is SuperFarm. I'm super bullish on this one, and I would show you what they're doing, but they don't have a website. And right now, I won't actually touch SuperFarm because I think a $300 million market cap for a token without a website is just excessive. That's just me. I won't touch anything that has this much hype around it because, again, there's a long way to fall. But I think this is going to be absolutely huge. So I would really keep your eye on SuperFarm. Just because, again, I think it's going to be right up there with Enjin. Okay, and so as soon as maybe the hype dies down or I see a big drop in it, I will definitely be buying some SuperFarm. And another really good project that I am invested in, I got in this super early, is you can again see, like with Top Shots that we've seen, I don't see people when it comes to gaming collectibles stopping. I think the NFT market is in a super bubble. Some of the stuff going in art and collectibles right now is way, way, way too high. But like Eternity right here is a platform that allows you to go and make trading cards and limited edition NFTs on it. And I'm comfortable talking about Eternity because it's already at a super high market cap as well. Okay, I got in this really, really, really early, and this has been one of my best performers. People are constantly talking about this one as well, but I mean, you have to look at what's going on in the gaming world with the gaming and collectible world with these. In a bear market, I don't see people stopping and not collecting things, and also I don't see people selling their collectibles that they bought at a high price in the bear market because they're buying the things as collectibles. For example, when the stock market goes down, people don't sell their Pokemon cards. Now, I think a lot of NFTs are going to be mass sold because most of them are garbage, but the good projects and in the platforms that the good projects are on, I don't really see them being stopped in use. This is something that people love to do, bear market or bull market. I wanted to show you is in terms of buying digital assets. For example, one of my favorite projects overall right now, OVR, is where you can actually start buying augmented reality land. And when I first saw this, I was like, okay, cool. I saw what Decentraland did, and I think it could blow up as well. This has already blown up for me, all right, and I think it's already achieved a pretty high market cap that isn't super pumpable. So again, I'm invested in this. If you buy this and you guys super pump this, there's a chance I will dump it, just being straight up with you. But I wanted to show you this because imagine if we're using OVR in the future, all right, we're using augmented reality. We have our contact lenses in. Okay. So how are you going to buy ad space? How are you going to do things? Well, if OVR is a network that everything is put on top of, you could actually own that spot of land. Okay, so let's imagine middle of Times Square. You buy that spot of land on the OVR network. Well, they'll put whatever the hell you want there in that augmented reality. Now, the jump here is going to be people are going to have to actually, this network's going to have to be used for something so that people use it as their chosen layer. Okay, so just like in Pokemon Go, when you go around and you're walking on the street and there's a Pikachu, well, same exact thing. You're walking around with your augmented contact lens in, and suddenly you're walking down downtown Austin and there's a giant glowing picture of my butt right there. Why? Because I paid for it to be there. In serious notes, we could put an advertisement for my company. We could put an advertisement for other NFTs. We could put an advertisement for a video game that's based around crypto where we can sell NFTs, and this spot can be sold as an NFT to me in virtual land. It's mind-blowing. And that, guys, is just a few ways that I look at it. I know DeFi is going to be the future. I truly believe we're going to use Bitcoin as another savings account in the future as well. There are so many cool things going on that the world just quite isn't ready yet. When it comes to gaming and crypto, the world is ready for it. It is needed. It is now. I want to be gambling on my Mario Kart games tomorrow. Make it happen. I don't care. That's why I'm really, this is one of the main places where I'm investing in the most in crypto, the combination of gaming and crypto and blockchain. And one piece of advice I have from you, coming from an idiot, because I'm basically a chimpanzee investing in cryptocurrency, the fact that you watch my channel for my advice amazes me. But what I like to do in crypto is there's no way I can understand the entire space. I just can't. There's no way I can understand some of the development going on, the projects that are happening, how they're going to work as current. I'm not going to be able to do that. What I can deeply understand is one area of the space. And you only have to really understand one area of the space in crypto. You don't have to be a crypto expert in everything. You just have to know one part of the space really well. And if you can just consistently pick, I don't know, 5 winners out of 100 in that space itself, for example, gaming and crypto. For example, Eternity, when it was below $1, you know, and I got in more when it was at $2 post Uniswap. That one call right there, I don't even talk about that investment in my other videos, because the amount of return I've made on that investment is so comically huge that it's not even fathomable. And that's just me calling one. Okay? Same thing I recently did with chain games. Same thing I recently did with OVR. And again, I want to stress, a monkey can pick winning coins in this market. Any YouTuber you see bragging about the coins they picked, that is downright debauchery. Almost every altcoin went up 3x last week. So don't take this as me saying, I can always call the coins. Take this as me saying, look, if you're going to do anything in crypto, pick a part of crypto you're really interested in and master understanding that space. So then you can pick the early winners, make a killing, and then exit or dump them or do whatever you want to do with that. So that's it, guys. Primarily, my gaming portfolio right now is Enjin, Chain Games, OVR, an upcoming NFT-based game that I think is going to be huge, and Eternity. Okay, those are kind of my 5 that I'm in right now. Bitcoin, Enjin kind of being the Ethereum of those holdings. Also, some final advice. I mentioned a few low caps here, Chain Guardians being the lowest. I am hyper tempted to buy Chain Guardians below this video. I think it might actually pump from this video. I'm going to tell you straight up, if you see Chain Guardians pump, do not buy it right now. It is going to pump and then it is going to dump. Okay, because it's a $30 million market cap, and I don't own any of it because it'd be unethical for me as hell to buy that before this video and then talk about it. So if you do buy into that, you can enjoy the pump, but again, I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen there. So if you're new, don't. There's going to be sharks watching this video. They're going to buy it, they're going to pump, and they're going to dump on you. So don't do that. And also follow me at ZSS Becker on Twitter, because I'm constantly talking about the gaming NFTs and new NFTs coming up that I really like. Doing giveaways. We're giving away a crypto cat today. And you can also see me trolling and making people upset, because that's apparently what I do in crypto now. So we're done.